Hey, what's up, guys? It is Wild Rocky, and I'm going to be predicting the number 23 of the NHL season. There is a lot of games today, and there were only 2 yesterday, so basically every other team plays today, and there's a lot of them, and there's a lot of good teams playing each other, so today is going to be an absolute banger. So I'm hoping for some overtimes, because that's just fun hockey, watching 2 really good teams duke it out 3-3. Come on, that's what I want to see. So let's get straight into this, guys. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you guys do enjoy it all, and let's get straight into this. All right, the first game we're going to go over is the Carolina Hurricanes versus the Tampa Bay Lightning. It's in Tampa. 2 really good teams. Tampa's been playing pretty good recently, but Carolina, they've been solid all year. So it's gonna be a tough game for both sides here. But I do think Canes are the better team, and I think they win this game. I think they win this game in Tampa Bay, 4-3. It's gonna be a tough one, but I think they do it. Up next is the Vegas Golden Knights versus the Ottawa Senators. It's in Ottawa. It's gonna be a tough building plan. This team's young and fast, and they can score some goals, but they have not been great recently, and the Knights have been solid. They've won 5 in a row, 2 straight in overtime, I'm pretty sure. But this Knights team is really good, but I just feel like they're destined to lose one of these next couple games. You know what I mean? I feel like it's been really damn close, and I feel like this is a tough game, even though the Knights should win this game. They're the better team, but I just feel like it's in Ottawa, so I just feel like Ottawa might light up. I don't know who was in net, Thompson or Hill. I think Ottawa wins this game. I think the final score is going to be 4-2 Ottawa. Up next is the Washington Capitals versus the Detroit Red Wings in Detroit. And I really love watching Detroit. They're a really fun team to watch. They've been okay all year. I think both these teams have been mediocre, very inconsistent at times, and especially the goaltending for the Red Wings. It's hit or miss. But Detroit, they should win this game. They're the better team in my opinion. But these young legs in Detroit, I feel like they're going to take over this game, and they're going to win on home ice 4-3 in overtime. Up next is the Boston Bruins versus the Detroit Red Wings. Bruins, best team in the NHL right now. They just had a huge comeback victory versus the Pittsburgh Penguins, and now they're going to New York playing at MSG. It's a tough place to play, but the Rangers have not been good recently. They have not been able to score the puck at all. They just had a 1-0 win against the Flyers, so that will tell you they have not been scoring the puck at all recently. But I think it changes today. I think this game is going to be a high-scoring game. I think it's going to be a 5-3 win for the Rangers. Up next is the Montreal Canadiens versus the Winnipeg Jets. It's in Winnipeg, Battle of Canada here. This is going to be a good game. I really like watching the Canadiens play. They've been very solid. Caulfield's been scoring a lot. Slavkovsky's been pretty damn good recently, and I just like to see it. And the Jets have been very surprising. Hellebuck has been a brick wall recently. So who's going to mess up first, right? Who's going to mess up first? But I think the Montreal Canadiens are going to go to Winnipeg and beat them. I just think they're going to beat them. They're going to play with speed, and they're just going to score on Hellebuck. I don't know if he's in net, but I think Canadiens are going to win this game 3-1. Up next is the New York Islanders versus the St. Louis Blues. Blues have not been good at all. It has been 5 straight losses for the Blues, and the Islanders are doing pretty damn good right now. 6-4. It's hit or miss right now. It's either win or lose. You know what I mean? It's not a streak, another streak. I mean, it's just win-loss, basically. But I think Blues flip their season around here and get out of the loss streak, out of their 5-game losing streak, and win this game pretty convincingly, 5-1 on home ice. Up next is the Seattle Kraken versus the Minnesota Wild in Minnesota. Minnesota has been pretty damn good recently, but the Kraken has been as well. They just had a very good victory in Calgary the other day, which is very tough. They scored 5 goals in a very tough place to play. Can they recreate that? I'm going to say no. I think Minnesota is going to win this game pretty easily, 5-2 on home ice. Up next is the Los Angeles Kings versus the Chicago Blackhawks. Blackhawks have been okay recently, and the Kings are, once again, they're mediocre. They score a lot, or they get scored on 7 times. So it's going to be a tough game here for both teams. Blackhawks haven't been the greatest, but I think this is going to be a high-scoring offense. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game here. 6-5 in favor of the Blackhawks. That's my opinion. Kane scores a couple times, and I think the Blackhawks take it on home ice. Up next is the Nashville Predators versus the Calgary Flames in Calgary. Nashville, this is a tough place to play. You guys have not been playing good, and the Flames just lost their last home game, so I doubt they're going to lose 2 in a row. And Predators, you have not been good recently. You scored 4 in the last game, but you gave up 7 against the Oilers. Like, come on. So I do think the Flames win this game. I'm sorry. I think the Flames win this game 4-3 in overtime. Up next is the New Jersey Devils versus the Edmonton Oilers. Devils have been rolling, and so have the Oilers. 2 high offensive teams right now. They've both been scoring on all cylinders, and Devils on a roll, and so are the Oilers. They're both 7-3, but it's in Edmonton. I'm going to be in favor of the home team today. I feel like this is the first time in a long time that the Devils get smacked. I think the final score is going to be 5-1 to the Oilers. Up next is the Anaheim Ducks versus the Vancouver Canucks. Vancouver, they were horrible at the beginning. They brought it back with 2 games in a row. Then they did just lose to Minnesota, I think. Or no, to the Devils. So it's a tough one. I'm hoping they do not get into another bad streak, but I do think they win this game. I think they're going to make sure they do not have another losing streak, and they're going to win this game 4-2 on home ice. Up next is the Dallas Stars versus the Arizona Coyotes. Coyotes did just beat a very good team on home ice, the Panthers, and now they're playing again, and now they're against a very tough Stars team. The Stars did look good their last game, but I'm pretty sure it's Wedgwood in net. I don't know if there's their backup playing, because I know Andre is hurt, so I don't know who is in net, but I'm guessing it's going to be Wedgwood. So he's not the greatest goalie, but he did play pretty good last game, and I think they're going to win this game pretty convincingly, 4-0 against the Coyotes. And the last game of the day, guys, is going to be the Florida Panthers versus the San Jose Sharks. Panthers did just lose to the Coyotes, so they're going to want some vengeance there, and it's in San Jose, but the Sharks have not been the greatest, but Carlson has been scoring a lot. They did just lose an overtime or shootout to the Ducks, and Carlson scored a hat trick. So can he create this again? I don't think so. The final score, in my opinion, is going to be 4-2 to the Panthers. All right, guys, that is this video. Please drop a like, comment down below your opinions on these games. Who do you think is going to win? What is your predictions as well? And make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and all that kind of stuff. Much love, and subscribe, motherfuckers.